Okay, so get this. Tesla's jumping into the e-bike world.
Oh, wow.
And, they're not exactly known for doing things small.
Right out of the gate, making a splash.
Yeah, a $1,000 e-bike
Really?
from the company that's like, you know, synonymous with luxury electric cars.
I mean, that's unheard of
Right.
for a company like Tesla.
So, yeah, strap in because we're going to do a deep dive into this.
Yeah, let's break this down.
We got this article, just came out today, November 11, 2024,
Hot off the press.
called Tesla e-bike. Elon Musk unveils. Affordable. Just for $1,000.
Catchy title.
And it's pretty interesting stuff.
I mean, it's got to be with a price tag like that.
Yeah. So what do you think about this whole thing? I mean, Tesla entering the e-bike market.
I think it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the impact this could have on the entire industry.
Right.
$1,000 for a Tesla e-bike.
When you think about it, like
Yeah.
Harley Davidson, Yamaha, even BMW,
I mean, those are the big players.
they're charging what, like 2-3 times that sometimes?
Easy.
I mean, this has got to have them sweating a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a bold move for sure. But, Tesla's kind of known for bold moves.
Right. I mean, look what they did with electric cars.
Yeah. They made electric cars cool.
Yeah. And more importantly, they made them, attainable.
Right. For everyday people, not just the super rich.
Exactly.
So it seems like they're going for that same kind of disruption here in the e-bike market.
I think that's a really good point.
Make sustainable transportation even more accessible.
Right. Because the average e-bike right now can
Yeah.
set you back, what, like $1,500 to $3,000?
Yeah, at least.
Even more for those like high-end models.
But Tesla's coming in at half that price.
Undercutting everybody.
It's like they're rewriting the rules.
It's classic Tesla.
Yeah, and it's not just the price tag that's got people talking.
What else?
This e-bike is packed with features.
Like what?
Okay, are you ready for this autonomous ride modes?
No way.
I'm talking hands-free assisted manual.
It's like something out of
Yeah.
a sci-fi movie.
I know, right straight out of Back to the Future or something.
And this is where Tesla's expertise really comes into play.
With the self-driving tech.
Exactly. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
They're taking all that knowledge from their cars, all those sensors, AI algorithms, and they're putting it into an e-bike,
So you're cruising through traffic.
letting the bike do the work.
You're just enjoying the ride.
Sounds pretty good to me.
I know. It's like, it's not just about convenience, though.
Right.
It's about potentially making e-bikes safer.
Yeah. And more efficient.
I mean, but let's be realistic for a second.
Okay.
How are these autonomous modes actually going to work on an e-bike? I mean, you got busy streets, pedestrians, obstacles everywhere.
It's a good question. And honestly, the article doesn't go into a lot of detail.
Okay.
But we can speculate a little.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be some combination of advanced sensors, GPS data, maybe even some kind of AI that's constantly analyzing the surroundings.
So the e-bike can basically see
And react.
adjusted speed.
Make decisions in real time based on what's happening around it.
That's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is.
But you got to think about the challenges too, right?
Of course.
I mean, regulations,
Yeah.
infrastructure. Are cities even ready for autonomous e-bikes zipping around?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
I mean, it takes time for the laws to catch up with technology.
Always does.
And then you got to think about, like, liability issues if something goes wrong.
What a huge can of worms.
But, Tesla's never been afraid of a challenge.
True. They've been pushing boundaries since day one.
All right, so we've got this crazy affordable e-bike,
Check.
potentially mind-blowing autonomous features.
Check.
But it gets even more interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
The article says this e-bike is going to be part of the Tesla ecosystem.
Now, that's intriguing.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Well, think of it this way.
Okay.
Your e-bike's connected to a network.
Okay.
It's talking to Tesla.
So you're getting like real-time updates.
Exactly. Battery level, maintenance alerts, navigation.
It's like a mini Tesla computer on your e-bike.
Pretty much.
But what about these personalized settings they mentioned?
Oh, yeah, that's where it gets really cool.
Like what kind of stuff are we talking about?
Well, you can adjust your riding preferences,
Okay.
like the level of pedal assist, or even create custom ride modes for different routes.
Tailored to your style.
Exactly. And it could even learn your habits over time.
So it's optimizing itself.
Right, becoming more efficient and personalized the more you ride.
So it's not just a vehicle, it's an experience.
That's the Tesla way.
And get this, the article even hints at the possibility of using Tesla's supercharger stations for these e-bikes.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
How would that even work?
right.
I mean, logistically,
Can you picture it?
you pull up to a supercharger station
And so the Teslas.
and you're trying to squeeze in your little e-bike.
I mean, it's a funny image, but
It does raise some questions.
Yeah, would they need like dedicated e-bike charging spots?
Right. And is the current infrastructure even compatible?
It's definitely something they'd have to figure out.
No.
Plus, you got to imagine the e-bike community's reaction.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
Right. We're talking about different culture.
Different needs.
Different expectations.
Totally could lead to some tension.
Yeah, conflict even.
It'll be fascinating to see how it all plays out.
Right, so we've got disruptive pricing,
Mm-hmm.
potentially game-changing technology,
Yep.
and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
About infrastructure, community impact.
But at the heart of it all is the battery.
The heart of any e-bike.
And the article says this e-bike is using Tesla's industry-leading battery design.
Okay.
But what does that actually mean?
Well, Tesla's not just throwing around buzzwords here.
Right.
Their battery tech is known for its efficiency and longevity.
Yeah.
I mean, think about their car batteries.
They last forever.
Pretty much 90% capacity even after 10 years of use.
That's unheard of.
Right, and if they can bring even a fraction of that performance to their e-bike batteries.
It's a game changer.
Absolutely.
I mean, longer range.
Longer lifespan.
Less waste.
It all ties back to their core strength.
Batteries.
They've been leading the charge for years.
And now they're bringing that expertise to the e-bike market.
It's a smart move.
So we've got this amazing price point.
Yeah.
Crazy features.
Uh-huh.
Top-notch battery tech.
Check, check, check.
But what does it all mean?
What's the big picture?
How is this going to change things, not just for Tesla, but for transportation in general?
I think this is about more than just a new gadget.
Right.
This is about a potential shift in how we move around in our cities, in our world.
You're talking like a transportation revolution.
Maybe imagine a future where e-bikes are the go-to mode of transport.
Not just for like short trips, but for commuting.
For errands.
Longer journeys even.
And it's all powered by sustainable, efficient technology.
That's a pretty compelling vision.
It is.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before we jump into the future, let's take a closer look at some of these details.
Yeah, let's break it down.
I'm particularly interested in those autonomous riding modes.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, that seems like the real wild card in all of this.
It's where things could get really interesting.
Imagine the implications for safety convenience. Even the design of our cities.
It's a whole new frontier. Yeah, like you hop on your e-bike.
In the middle of rush hour.
Exactly, and it just takes over.
You don't have to worry about anything.
Stress-free commuting.
And probably safer too, right?
I would think so.
I mean, the article doesn't really say how it works.
Right, the specifics are a little vague.
But what do you think the technology behind this is like?
Well, I'm guessing it's got to be some pretty advanced stuff.
Yeah.
Probably a combination of sensors, GPS data, and some serious AI.
So it's like...
The e-bike is constantly scanning its surroundings, you know,
looking for obstacles.
predicting traffic flow.
And like adjusting its course to keep you safe.
Exactly. It's like having a co-pilot, but for your bike.
Okay, so that sounds amazing. But it also raises a ton of questions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, would you need a special license to ride one of these things?
Right. Good point.
And what about liability if something goes wrong?
Who's responsible?
Yeah, these are all things that lawmakers are going to have to figure out.
Absolutely. It's going to be a legal and regulatory minefield.
And you know, cities are going to have to adapt too.
Oh, yeah. Infrastructure is going to have to change.
Bike lanes,
Yeah.
traffic signals, parking.
The whole 9 yards.
It's like this e-bike is a little ahead of its time.
A little bit.
Pushing the boundaries of what we even think is possible.
That's Tesla for you, always pushing the envelope.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
And talk about something a little less futuristic.
Like what?
The design.
Okay.
The article describes it as sleek and lightweight.
Which sounds pretty standard for an e-bike.
Yeah, but I have a feeling Tesla's got something special up their sleeve.
I think you're right.
I mean, they're known for their design aesthetic.
Those cars have a certain look.
A certain feel.
So what do you think they'll bring to the e-bike world?
Yeah.
Well, knowing Tesla, I'd say clean lines, minimalist aesthetics.
Okay.
Definitely a focus on aerodynamics.
Yeah, they've always been about blending form and function.
Exactly. And I bet they'll use some really lightweight materials.
Yeah, because a lighter e-bike,
It's easier to handle,
easier to transport.
especially if you're living in a city.
And less weight means more range, right?
Exactly. Every ounce saved means more efficient energy use.
And speaking of range,
We haven't really talked about that yet.
the article mentions extended durability, significant distances.
It's pretty vague.
So what does significant distances actually mean?
That's the million-dollar question.
Could this thing realistically replace a car for some people?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a short commute
Okay.
and you're mostly using your car for errands around town,
Yeah.
then yeah, maybe this e-bike could replace your car.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about long commutes
Yeah.
or frequent highway driving, then probably not.
Okay.
We need more details on the actual range.
Right before we can say for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, so earlier we were talking about the Tesla ecosystem
Uh-huh.
and how this e-bike is integrated into it.
Right.
Can you give me like some specific examples
Sure.
of how that would actually work?
Okay, so imagine this. You're heading out for a ride,
Okay.
and you grab your Tesla car key.
Yeah.
But instead of unlocking your car,
You unlock your bike.
seamless integration.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Right.
So it's more than just like a connected app.
Oh, yeah.
It's like woven into the whole Tesla experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you could monitor your e-bike's charging status
On your phone.
right on your Tesla app.
Okay.
You get real-time updates on battery level,
Okay.
estimated charging time alerts if there's a problem,
So it's all about convenience.
and peace of mind.
I'm starting to see how this all ties together.
It's a whole ecosystem.
Okay, but let's go back to the supercharger idea for a second. I'm still a little stuck on that.
Yeah.
Let's say they do figure out the logistics
Right.
and make e-bike charging at supercharger stations a reality.
Okay.
Wouldn't that create some interesting dynamics
Oh, absolutely.
within the Tesla community
Yeah, you got these e-bike riders rolling up.
alongside those high-end Teslas?
I mean, can you imagine the conversations?
Comparison.
The potential for some friendly rivalry?
Yeah, you could have like hardcore Tesla car enthusiasts.
Debating the merits of 2 wheels versus 4.
It's funny to imagine
It is, but it's not that far-fetched.
because they're both part of this electric vehicle revolution.
Exactly.
And that brings us back to Elon Musk.
And his grand vision
Yeah, he's been pretty vocal about his concerns.
about traffic congestion pollution.
The need for more sustainable transportation.
And he sees e-bikes as a key part of the solution.
Right. The article even mentions how he's like concerned about the safety of e-scooters.
Yeah, but he's a big supporter of e-bikes.
It's an interesting contrast.
It is.
Maybe he sees e-bikes as like a more practical
And cooler.
form of micromobility.
Right.
And this e-bike with all its bells and whistles.
It's a statement.
Yeah, Tesla's not just dipping their toes in the water.
They're diving in headfirst.
Okay, so we've got this picture of Tesla shaking up the e-bike world
Uh-huh.
with this product that's both affordable and packed with tech.
It's a game changer.
But where do we go from here?
What's the next chapter?
How will the e-bike industry respond?
Will traditional manufacturers be forced to adapt?
Or will they get left behind?
And what about Tesla?
Will they keep pushing the boundaries?
Will we see even more innovative features down the road?
It's hard to say for sure.
But knowing Tesla,
They're probably already working on the next big thing.
and that's what makes this so exciting.
We're witnessing the evolution of transportation in real time.
And it's anyone's guess where it'll lead us.
This is definitely a deep dive with a lot of twists and turns.
And we're not done yet.
Let's recap what we've uncovered so far and explore some of the bigger questions that this e-bike raises.
About the future of transportation.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's take a step back and look at the big picture here. Tesla's diving into the e-bike market with this crazy, affordable, tech-heavy machine.
And it's got everyone talking, that's for sure.
But it's not just about the e-bike itself.
No, I think it's about what it represents.
Okay, what do you mean?
Tesla's making a statement.
Okay.
They're showing the world that sustainable transportation,
Yeah,
it can be stylish, accessible, and yeah, even a little bit cool.
and they're doing it in classic Tesla fashion,
Pushing boundaries, challenging the status quo.
making everyone else play catch-up.
Exactly.
I mean, think about it.
Okay.
When Tesla first launched their electric cars,
Yeah.
people were skeptical.
No, totally.
They were like, the range, the practicality, is it even safe?
A lot of doubts.
But Tesla proved them wrong.
They did.
They didn't just make electric cars viable,
They made them desirable.
they made them cool.
Ex-
And now they're setting their sights on the e-bike market.
Which, let's be honest, has been kind of stuck in a rut.
Yeah, same old designs, limited range.
By prices.
And Tesla's coming in and
Oh,
saying,
it can do better.
and they're backing it up with their tech.
The autonomous riding modes, the integration with the Tesla ecosystem, the supercharger idea,
Those are game changers.
no doubt.
But let's be realistic here. Not everyone's going to be thrilled about this.
True.
Think about the traditional e-bike manufacturers.
Yeah.
They're suddenly facing a competitor with deep pockets, cutting-edge tech, a loyal fan base.
Since it's going to be tough for them to compete.
How do you think they'll respond?
That's a good question. I mean, some might try to compete on price.
Okay.
Others might focus on niche markets.
Special features?
Yeah. But one thing's for sure, the e-bike landscape is about to get a whole lot more competitive.
And what about the impact on cities?
Oh, that's a big one.
If Tesla's vision of e-bike domination actually comes true,
Yeah.
how will that change the way we design our urban spaces?
I mean, imagine cities with dedicated e-bike lanes,
Or
charging stations integrated into public spaces,
yeah,
traffic systems that are optimized for micromobility.
it could really change things.
Absolutely. We could see a reduction in traffic congestion, noise pollution.
Less reliance on fossil fuels.
It's a pretty compelling vision of the future.
It is, but it also raises a lot of questions.
Of course.
Like, how do we address safety concerns?
Right.
How do we make sure everyone has access to these new forms of transportation?
Those are important considerations.
It's not just a technological revolution.
It's a societal one.
We need to think about the ethical implications,
Mhm.
the potential consequences.
And make sure everyone benefits.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you?
Yeah.
You've heard our deep dive into the Tesla e-bike,
We've thrown a lot of information at you.
but now it's time to form your own conclusions.
What do you think?
Could this be the spark that ignites a true transportation revolution?
Will Tesla's entry into the e-bike market change the way we move, live, interact with our cities?
These are questions worth pondering.
They are.
The future of transportation is unfolding before our eyes.
And Tesla's e-bike is just one piece of the puzzle.
So keep exploring, keep questioning,
And most importantly,
keep those wheels turning.
thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.